Hello, this is Michelle with Gluten, Dairy, Sugar Free, and this is another presentation of ours. This is our Health Talk series. I'll have a special guest coming on soon called Delyn Todaro. She's amazing. But our topic today is hydration and foods that hydrate. And I'm going to be telling you how important hydration is. We all know we're supposed to drink water, but you may not know how much, and you actually may not be absorbing it. And there are ways to get this through foods, through nutrients, through superfoods, and that's what we're going to be teaching today. And I'm very, very excited. It's funny for those of you that have taken classes from me before or in my basics class, you always hear me say hydrate, hydrate, hydrate. Um, my ex-boyfriend used to get so frustrated with me because I'd always talk to him. He was living in Bali at the time, and I would say, don't forget to hydrate. And he goes, I know that. So today, there's more than just water. So if we haven't met before, this is me. I'm Michelle DeBerge. I'm a foodie and chef. I'm a motivational speaker, a best-selling author. I'm the founder of Gluten, Dairy, Sugar Free, and I'm a professionally trained life and wellness coach. I don't just say I'm a coach. I actually have so many certificates and training. So wonderful. Um, there we go. Ah, the screen. I forgot to show you the screen. So everybody can see the screen now. Okay, well this is me. So thank you for that, Delyn. I used to be cute and little. That's me in my mother's lap. She had me at a very young age of 20, and I was actually a premature baby that was actually still covered in fur, like you are in the womb. And I fit in my father's hands, and I was slow to grow. And as a teenager, I was very, very skinny and tall and no curves. And I was in high school still losing my baby teeth. I found passion in food and started getting trained as a chef, and I found that anything with a cream sauce was absolutely a necessity. So this is what happened to me. I'm sorry, it's a very ugly picture, but this is true. This is me. That's my friend Trini down in Cabo San Lucas. My family's been there 42 years before it became a tourist place. And as you can see, I'm quite large. I actually was over 500 pounds. It didn't bother me because I was happy. I was a motivational speaker. It was what it was. It was my body. And it carried my soul around. Yes, it was challenging to walk sometimes, but I got super sick, and the doctors in the United States started giving me medication and medication for symptoms and more medication. And I realized I was going to die, so I went to Mexico to get alternative treatment. And the doctor found out that my organs were not getting the oxygen or the nutrients to sustain me and that I would die. So the first thing they did was they did IV bags of vitamins and superfoods for 2 weeks. Then this box that you see are all drops of micronutrients, herbs, and different plants and things. And I had this huge box of about 48 bottles, and I'd have to put a certain amount of drops in a shot glass of water 3 to 5 times a day. And I did this for a year, and that's how I helped heal my body, that and using the oxygen chamber. Luckily, that was about 4 years ago. There are now alternative ways to get these superfoods in your body. I'm going to tell you about that a little bit later. Actually, Delyn will be telling you about that. But that's how I spent my life, was literally with my box. Then he made me go gluten, dairy, sugar free, and to me this is what that meant, giving up luscious desserts, fabulous cheeses, and breads. And at the time I lived up near the wine country in California, so it wasn't something I wanted to do. I argued with my doctor. I said, please, blue cheese, come on, you know it's good for me. Or how about brie, or this Cannabear? That was the hardest thing. I have been gluten, dairy, sugar free for over 2 years now, and I have lost over 300 pounds, and I still have more to lose. But I'm on my way. Along the way, I had to learn how to eat this way, and so one of the things I did was I became paleo, which is basically salad and grilled chicken breast, and I got bored. So I developed systems and started rewriting my recipes, and I wrote the first ever guidebook to living gluten, dairy, sugar free. It became an international bestseller in under 48 hours in 4 countries: Canada, Australia, the UK, and the United States, and I was blown away. In that, I wrote all my systems on how to prep food so that things were faster and I could eat food. I put in 33 recipes. I got a horrible, horrible review that it was a weird cookbook and only a few recipes. So I wrote the big book of recipes, and since then I've written A Passion for Poultry, Slow Cooker Cooking, and I just came out with 5 ingredient recipes. That means that each recipe only has 5 ingredients. That and the slow cooker were requests from the GSDF community. Now today we're going to have a special guest with Delyn. She's going to be talking about hydration. I want you to say hi to her, and then she'll be teaching a little bit at the end. Let me unmute her. Let's see. Hello, Delyn.
Hi there, how are you?
I'm so good. Thank you for joining me, and I appreciate you teaching the second part of this course because hydration is so important.
Yes, it is, especially where we live.
Exactly. So I'm going to mute you just because I know your dogs are like my cats and they like to make noise, and then I will unmute you for your part, okay?
Absolutely.
I know, my cats like jump up on at my desk. So at the end of this class is going to be a surprise. Actually, I'm giving you a gift, and I want you to make sure you stay for that. I love monkeys. They make me happy. So whenever you go to take one of my webinar classes, if there is no monkey, you write no monkey, and I actually send a prize to your house. But today I actually have a very special monkey to show you. Why does it have to do with gluten, dairy, sugar-free? Absolutely nothing, but it makes me smile. And I started putting them in there when I first started teaching to make me smile and remind me to smile because I was nervous. And now people send me pictures of monkeys, cards, all kinds of things. It's become the GSDF mascot, monkeys. But let's talk about hydration. This is going to be really important. Here are the signs of hydration. If you're thirsty, you're already dehydrated. So signs of mild to moderate dehydration: dry, sticky mouth, maybe you're tired, your children are less active, you're thirsty, you're not going to the bathroom as much, maybe when you cry there's less tears coming out, you have dry skin, a headache, constipation, or dizziness or lightheadedness. Extreme dehydration: you'll have extreme thirst, a very dry mouth, skin, and mucous membranes. So that'll all be dry. It'll be really obvious. It'll hurt. Like you can't sweat even though it's hot. And you won't be able to go urinate, or it'll be like a really dark color. Now, it can be a dark color sometimes from vitamins too, so know that. Sunken eyes, shriveled and dry skin that doesn't have electricity, low blood pressure, rapid heartbeat, rapid breathing, fever, and in the most serious cases, delirium or unconsciousness. So I want to take a test, and I'd like you guys to participate and type in your answers, okay? I want to know if you're dehydrated. So what I want you to do is pinch the back of your hand gently and squeeze it, and then let it go. And if it goes back flat, you're hydrated, and if it doesn't, you're dehydrated. Isn't that an easy way to know, do I need more water? Do I need to eat more foods that hydrate? Do I need more nutrients? So how many people are hydrated? Okay, good. Hydrated, hydrated. Dehydrated, dehydrated. So I'm seeing more dehydrated. Yep, and that's a very simple way just to check. Just check. And I'm always, always checking because I've got super dry skin, and living in the desert doesn't help. Another way to check, unless you're on certain vitamins that make your urine a certain color, is the color of your urine. So if it's 1, 2, or 3, like clear or light yellow, then you're hydrated. But if it gets darker and darker and darker, then you are dehydrated. If it's super dark, that number 8, and you're not taking vitamins that change the color, I need you to go to the hospital. You will have to probably, have them hydrate you. We're going to do a little bit of science. Please bear with me, but I'm one of those people that want to know, but why? But why? Well, how? Well, what does it look like? So water accounts for approximately 50% of the body weight in females and 60% in males. Water is divided between 2 locations: the intracellular, which is inside the cells, and the extracellular, which is outside of our cells. The extracellular compartments contain water in the blood, as well as the water located between the cells and the tissues. For the average person, about 2/3 of the body's water is intracellular. Here's the neat thing, is the water can be exchanged between the intercellular areas and the extracellular components when necessary. Now I'm going to show you a picture, and it's not to freak you out, it's because it's just to educate you. See, my job is, as I learn, I share, and I wanted to know, what does a healthy hydrated cell look like, and what does a dehydrated cell look like? This is amazing. The dehydrated cell actually looks like a lunar landscape, right? And look at the hydrated. It's all fluffy. It looks like everybody's happy in there, and it works really well. I'm going to read you some things that I pulled out of some science articles. I got this from Science Alert by Toby Mundell, and he's an expert in this. And it's just, this is such an important topic that we don't talk about enough. By the time you feel thirsty, your body's already dehydrated. Your thirst mechanism lags behind your actual level of hydration. So if you're thirsty, you are dehydrated. Research shows as little as 1% of dehydration negatively affects your mood, your attention, your memory, and your motor coordination. It appears that your brain tissue fluid decreases with dehydration, thus reducing brain volume and temporarily affecting cell function. I'm going to pause on that one. If you were to ask me what I loved best about myself, what my best attribute is, I would say my brain. I absolutely love my brain. I have a huge fear of ever damaging it. And this is telling me that if I'm dehydrated, even by 1%, I'm hurting my brain. Wow. As you lose body water without replacing it, your blood becomes more concentrated. And at this point, it triggers your kidneys to hold on to the water. And the result, you urinate less. Then what happens? You can have kidney issues. This one really scared me. The thicker and more concentrated your blood becomes, the harder your cardiovascular system has to compensate by increasing the heart rate to maintain the blood pressure. When your dehydrated body is pushed, such as when exercising or faced with heat or stress, the risk of exhaustion or collapse increases, and it can cause you to faint, for instance, when you stand up too quickly. So I'm still overweight. Okay, we know this. I'm losing weight continuously, but I am overweight. My heart works harder to keep my blood pumping than Delenn's heart because she's fit physically. So if I'm dehydrated, imagine how hard my heart has to work to put the sludge through my veins. That's just something to think of. Less water also hampers the body's attempts at regulating temperature, which can cause hypothermia, which is a body temperature greatly above normal. At cellular level, shrinkage occurs as water is effectively borrowed to maintain other stores, such as blood. The brain senses this and triggers an increased sensation of thirst. So you're dehydrated, your brain's not really working, your blood's super thick, it's trying to pump, so it's stealing water from like your cells, both inside and outside, and you're thirsty and you're busy and you ignore it. And you have to go pick up your kids, so you got to do this, so you have to do that, oh, I'll get some later. The whole time you're putting that off, your cells are drying out. Your blood is thickening, your heart's working harder, your mood, your headache. It turns out it wasn't the kids at all that made you upset. It was the fact that you were shrinking your brain cells by not having water. Okay, so that got me curious. What does it look like if I am dehydrated in my brain? The picture on the right shows what a normal brain looks like. Except I'm assuming mine is more sparkly. But hey, that's just me. Okay, I'm joking. But the dehydrated brain, look how it is shrunken up, which means you can't access it. It's not going to work as well. Brain dehydration, just 2%, being dehydrated by 2% can actually make you stupid because you can't access the parts of your brain. They're not working. Your mood swings are happening. You've got headaches. Your amygdala, which is the part of the brain that manages everything from hormones to blood flow to heart rate, is struggling to work. It's the center area, and look how shrunken up it is. And that's your command center of your body and your brain. So, pretty scary. So, they say that to be hydrated, you need to drink half your body weight in ounces of water. So when I first taught this class, I was 283 pounds. I'm a few pounds less now, which means I'd have to drink 141.5 ounces. And there are 32 ounces in a quart. Phew, I had to do math. I would have to drink 4 3/4 quarts of water every day just to maintain basic hydration. Wow. Why is water so important? What does it do? Water composes 75% of your brain. I did not know that in the beginning. 75% of my brain is water. So I guess that's why when they say, you don't hear anything when you shake your head. Anyway, it helps carry nutrients and oxygen to your cells. It moistens oxygen for breathing. It helps convert food to energy. That's why we eat food. It protects and cushions your vital organs. It helps your body absorb nutrients. It makes up 75% of your muscles is water. It cushions your joints. It composes 22% of your bones is water. Who would think? You when you think of a bone, well, of course, I'm thinking of a chicken bone. I've cooked my chicken, the bone's all dry. But 22% of your bones is water. It helps remove waste. 83% of your blood is water. It regulates your body temperature. Anybody freaked out about being dehydrated now? Okay. Yes, 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 yes. Thanks for talking to me because I'm sitting here alone in a room with 2 cats. And they're ignoring me, by the way. So, how am I going to fix this? I know how much water I can drink. What else can I do to be hydrated? Because come on, it is boring to drink that much plain water. Guess what? You can eat your water. I'm so excited. There should be like a jingle now. Dun, da, da! Here are 20 foods that help you stay hydrated. Cucumbers, 96% water. I don't believe in eating iceberg lettuce because it doesn't have a lot of nutritional value, but romaine lettuce has about the same amount of water, so 96% water. Celery, 95% water. Radishes, 95%. Zucchinis, 95%. Beautiful ripe luscious tomatoes, 94%. Cabbage, which I love eating from the cabbage family, keeps me full, 93%. Watermelon, 92%. Strawberries, 92%. I'm going to pause on strawberries. If you haven't taken my GMO class, I am offering it next week. I want you to take it. Please don't buy non-organic strawberries. It's one of the worst ones that has the most chemicals out of non-organic food. You'll see the GMOs, they're all big and they don't have a lot of flavor, whereas the organic ones are smaller and sweeter. Just wanted to say that. Spinach is 92% water, sweet peppers are 92, eggplant 92%, cauliflower 92%. This one was amazing. Broccoli is 91% water. Isn't that amazing? Grapefruit 91% water, cantaloupe 90%, peaches. Here in the United States, we're getting into our summer. We'll be having peaches soon, 88% water. Oranges, 87% water. Pineapple, 87% water. And raspberries, 80%. Anybody's mind blown? Like, I'm blown away. So, if I'm eating these foods, I'm helping hydrate my body. Okay, now, those of you who don't know me, and there's quite a few of you, now I want to make food that hydrates my body. So my goal is I want to eat my water along with my water, right? So here are some ideas for you to make, and you can get these recipes off my website, gsdffree.com. But spring rolls. Now, if you added jicama, which is mostly water, carrots, the bell peppers, the lettuce, you can put anything you want in there, a little chicken, a little shrimp. That is eating your water. This is one of my favorite football snacks. I also make this often when I watch a movie. I have all kinds of different dips on my website that I use. I have a spicy watermelon soup with lump crab on my website. Now, if you've never had watermelon soup, you have to try it because this has a nice spice to it and watermelon sweet. And so it has that umami flavor, meaning it hits all five things: sweet, salty, bitter, sour, all of them. And so if I was to have that cold soup, let's say with half a glass of wine on a summer night, I am eating my water. Here's some more. These are fun. I had fun doing this. The red cabbage and apple salad, absolutely. That's going to have a lot of water in it from the cabbage and the peppers and all of that. If you use corn, try and use organic on that. I try to do the top 12 organic, but either way, that hydrates. The grilled zucchini salad, we said zucchini was 96% water. So this recipe is really cool because you actually marinate the thin strips of zucchini in vinegar and some herbs and spices, and then you grill it, and then you cool them side by side, and then you can stack them and put the sauce over them. That way they don't get mushy, and you are actually eating your water. Like, how cool is that? Okay. How about pineapple salsa, one of my favorites? We know pineapple has a lot of water in it. Tomatoes has a lot of water in it. Bell peppers have a lot of water. Imagine some grilled fish, some grilled chicken, some grilled pork, and putting that on top. I love that, or just eating it as a snack. Gazpacho soup is basically a cold soup made of celery and cucumbers and tomatoes, which are all water. Like, you can eat your water. I mean, it just blows my mind. I love gazpacho. I usually blend it up in the blender and then I add chunks of the ingredients on top. You can make it spicy or not. This is a great summer soup, but it sort of blows your mind to think, wow, I can hydrate by eating delicious food. I can hydrate by eating gluten, dairy, sugar-free, fresh food that's delicious and hydrate. Okay, how about the lemon quinoa tabbouleh salad? Well, first of all, this one has protein, lots of it from the quinoa, which has 21 grams of protein per half cup serving, and it is chocked full of cucumbers, bell peppers, and tomatoes, which is all hydrating. Plus the lemon's so good for you. My chicken lettuce wraps, again, you're going to have in lettuce leaves, which is water, and they have water chestnuts in them, which are 97% water. So you're starting to understand how you can combine your food and your ingredients to help heal the body. And that's just totally cool. I love this stuff, and I'm doing a whole summer series with Delin on and different topics. And a first topic we decided was hydration. We'll do the first ones webinar style, and we're also going to be doing some live joint Facebook ones all through the summer, just to give you so many great tips to help you. But so I just showed you how fruits and vegetables can help hydrate. I just showed you what happens to your brain, your cells, and your blood if you're dehydrated. I don't want my heart to work harder than it does. It's already working hard. And my brain, I don't want something to happen to my brain, and I don't want to be moody or have a headache because I'm dehydrated. So we can hydrate with water in a glass or fruits and vegetables, and you can eat your water. So I'm bringing Delin in now. Let me go unmute her. She's going to help out the second part of the class. Hello, hello, my friend.
Hello.
Oh, I have so much fun with you. I get so excited about the fact that nature really, food heals.
Food does
Herbs
heal.
heal. Oh, so Delin has been in the health and wellness world for most of her life, and she's a genius, and she really is fit. Her husband's 71. You would never guess it. And we partnered up a couple months ago, and we do live events and cooking shows. In fact, her husband and I have a brand new GSDF book coming out in about a month. I'm so excited about it. And one of the things that I told you at the beginning was that I had to go to Mexico to get my superfoods and nutrients in liquid form. And now, starting in 2007, there's a brand new way to hydrate, and I want to talk to you about this product. And Delin's actually going to take the lead on this. These are called M Sticks. And we're going to talk about the core in depth and one of the ingredients that is absolutely amazing, and also give you an overview of them and what they do to the body. If I had these products back when I got super sick, I would not have had to spend a year carrying that plastic box around with the things. Literally, it would take me 2 hours to take all of my drops. Now I can shake it up and drink it. So, Dylan,
Yes.
you are an avid fan of these. Should we start with the core and you can talk a little bit about it, then go to mangosteen?
Yes, I certainly can. I'm going to start with the mangosteen, and it's a true superfood, but it is something that we can't find in our like grocery store. Um, and it's in the Asian culture, it's something that they just like pick off the tree and eat it. I think part of the reason we can't find it in our grocery stores is because we wouldn't know how to eat it. But I wanted to just say that we have a doctor that's a part of our team, and he's a licensed physician. He's board certified in both the U.S. and Canada in primary care. He works exclusively now in research, and the best mangosteen is what he is always looking for. And the reason that he has come on board with our company is because he wants to just make sure that we're going to be serving the purest mangosteen. When he started his practice in 2001, he found that some patients had a reaction to medications. And so by using the mangosteen, he was able to take some of his patients then off of their medications and just use this supplement. It's a powerful botanical that helps with anti-inflammatories. Now, that's pretty important, especially if you're GSDF. And so it also, as you can see, it's going to help in aiding in digestion and mental awareness. So if we are drinking our water and we add the mangosteen through the core AO, then we're going to be really helping with our mental awareness as well. And then all of these things you just touched on are part of what could happen if you're dehydrated. So we're giving you, if you want to go back to that first page there, yeah, there we are. So the mangosteen is also very high in vitamin C and vitamin A, and it contains a lot of fiber. So think about the fact that we're taking an opportunity to drink our water, hydrate, which we want to do. We're eating these foods that Michelle was just talking about so that we can hydrate that way. But we want to make sure that we're getting the amount of ounces in according to our body weight every single day. And then, because it's summer, we want to up that a little bit because we might get even more dehydrated based on where we live and just the fact that it's going to be warmer.
Well, we also have people on the other side of the pond that it's winter and not
This is
just
true.
we should be taking it too. One of the things, I'm interrupting, I apologize.
No.
I gave 3 core sticks to my neighbor. She struggles to walk. Her top of her legs are so big that you can't see her knees, and she couldn't use her hands very well, and she's an artist. And I said, I want you to try these 3 sticks, one a day. And she looked at me and she cracked up. She said, 3 things, like that's really going to help me. And I said, you decide. She came over on day 2, full movement of her hands. Within a week, she'd lost 6 pounds of water weight. Her doctor is so fascinated by how her body's changing and her joints aren't aching that they're actually going to do every 30 days a blood test just to see how it increases, and she's decreasing her medications. My doctor is doing the same thing with me because I've been taking it, and my blood tests have changed dramatically, and my medication has been decreased. So I just wanted to tell you that this is like a great way to hydrate but help the body, and all of the sticks are GSDF. This company does have other products. I don't endorse them because they're not GSDF. Go ahead. I'm sorry about that. I get all
No,
excited.
not to worry, not to worry. So, and with those people on the other side of the pond, those Aussies, which we love, we want to remember that, and this is good for all of us to keep in mind, just because it's not warm out doesn't mean that we need to not ingest as much of the water every day. So it's very, very important that we're getting in our water that we need to be getting in. The other product that's really great in this is acai. And that's another product that we can't, or superfood that we can't necessarily find in our local grocery stores. It's a berry, it's an antioxidant, and very powerful. The acai helps to maintain healthy weight. It aids in digestion. Now again, those two things go hand in hand with gluten, sugar, and dairy free. Uh, L-arginine, it helps your vital organ, which is our heart. That's very special to me, as Michelle knows. It boosts your circulatory system and cardiovascular system. Now I'm going to just give you a little bit of something about me, and that is that I have varicose veins, and they bother me because they are very close to the surface. I feel like people focus on them. I focus on them, and sometimes they bother me just because of the heaviness in my legs. I have noticed that they're not as prominent. I don't notice them as much. I'm attributing that to this and to the fact that I live in the sunshine now. Grapeseed extract, bilberry, green tea, cranberry, vitamin C, and vitamin D. Fabulous nutrients to add to this product. So it's full of antioxidants, it's great for your immune system, it's low calorie, it's natural, and it's going to help your immunity.
So here's the trick with it. This is what got me. So those of you who know me and know GSDF, I'm one of the only food bloggers that is advertising free, and I very, very, very rarely endorse products. This is actually the second product that I've endorsed. And the reason being is it's helping me so much. But what's amazing is they take these ingredients and they cold press them. And I don't know if some of you guys are juicing and stuff. You'll see that the new way is to cold press instead of juice. By cold pressing, they keep all the nutrients. And then you just basically I take a mason jar, I fill it with water, 2 ice cubes because I like it fluffy. And I know that's not the right word, but whatever. And you put the stick in and you shake it up. Each stick has a different flavor. This one tastes like mixed berry because of the bilberry and the cranberry and stuff. But they're amazing. Should I move to the next slide?
Sure.
We're going to do just a brief overview of the other 4 sticks so that you can see. And don't leave because we also have a surprise for you. And but there's some other ones that are really special.
So the Go Stick does exactly what it says it's going to do. It's going to give you a natural energy. There's no jitters. It's sugar-free. And if you think about what's out there in options to give you that energy, some people are going to reach for that cup of coffee. Some might reach for a Red Bull, or some might even go for something that's a little bit more on the natural side. Remember, this is a little stick. You stick it in your pocket. You add it to your water when you're ready, or you put it in some water before you head out the door, and you're good to go. It's a great product. The Soul, what I like about... Oh, go ahead.
So most of the GSDF audience knows, but not everyone. They've got a bunch of new people. I suffer extreme anxiety and panic attacks, and so I'm very sensitive to caffeine, though I love a very good cup of coffee. This I can take. It doesn't crash. I don't get anxious. I don't get any jitters. I just have more energy in a really natural way that just I'll drink it and all of a sudden I'll notice like, oh, I'm awake and feeling good, but not the kind that you get that's artificial. I'm sorry, go ahead.
Oh, I want to add that my husband actually used to drink a pot of coffee when we were living in Washington State. I was working outside the house, and he would drink a pot of coffee by himself. We get down here, and we're enjoying the sticks, and we'd have our coffee in the morning, and I'm throwing like a half a pot of coffee away every day. And so I thought, well, I'm just going to make a half a pot and see what happens. And sure enough, we throw almost a half a pot of coffee away. So it's really exciting, and we didn't do that on purpose because we both love coffee. We're from Seattle, so what's that tell you?
Yeah, exactly.
So the Soul Stick, it's a fabulous product. It's a mood enhancement. So in other words, it's calming, it's relaxing, it helps to just put you in check, if you will. And it's going to just make you help your boost your mental activity and or acuity. And it's just such a fabulous product just to give you that all-around sense of well-being.
So we've got members in our community that use Soul, and a lot of them use them with their children who have anxiety. I use it for anxiety. If you're using it for a child, you use half a stick. It's all natural, so it's not going to hurt the children. But we have people that write in that say they notice absolutely a huge difference in their autistic child or their anxious child. It calms them down.
It is. It's very calming.
Now
And
I'm
then the
drinking the smart.
smart.
I'm
Well,
drinking that right
smart
now.
speaks for itself. It's gonna make you smart. It helps with that brain fog or the focus that you might be experiencing maybe in the afternoons, stimulating your mind. Um, it's only 5 calories. And what's great about this product is that, again, it's all natural. It's not going to be overstimulating. And um, I'm going to let you add to that because you love this product. I
This
love
is
it, but you are like over the top with this.
okay. This is Core and Smart. I can't live without. In fact, I'm down to 3 sticks, so I'm placing order as soon as I'm getting off. I'm freaking out. I'm like, they better get here fast. Um, I I am I don't know how to put it, the way my brain works. I work at a really high speed that a lot of people can't keep up, the way I think and how I do things, and I can do 20 million things at once. I'm not bragging. I'm just saying that's how my brain is. Um, and so it can go really fast and it doesn't stop, which is, why I have OCD and anxiety. Um, I am always doing more than one project, writing more than one cookbook at once, answering, coaching, everything else. And when I take this, I can be calm and focused, and I'm noticing that I'm completing a whole single project before going to the next one, whereas I would always have at least 35 to 40 tabs open on my computer because I've got 2 screens and I'm having 15 conversations. Now it just calms me. I'm clear. I'm focused, and it is my absolute favorite. We've got a question coming in. Could this be a replacement for anxiety meds eventually? I was talking to my doctor about it. We've already lowered my dosage, and so we're actually thinking that in a couple months I won't have to take anxiety meds at all. I'm going to let you guys know. Don't get off medication without going with your doctor. I'd let you know
Absolutely.
that. But I also take the Soul. I keep the Soul on hand for days where I get stressed out or I've got the worry thoughts. Is the rent going to happen? Is my book going to be okay? Is my presentation good? All those am I good enough thoughts or worries, and it totally calms me down. And this is why I am introducing this product to our community, because our GSDF community is people who have all kinds of different conditions, from Lyme disease to autoimmune disorders to cancer to MS, and it works with your meds. It actually, you will feel a difference and you will see it in the blood work. So Smart is one of my absolute favorites. Okay, moving on to the last one.
Okay, and Slim, also known as Trim, it also speaks for itself. And what I love about this product is that it's going to, well, as you can see, it's sugar-free. All the products use the fruit that is in the product to give it its sweetness. So I will caution you that if you don't like or you're allergic to a particular fruit, you need to take that into consideration, because when you have these, you want to use them. So this one is strawberry and kiwi, and it's a delicious combination. And what it does is it actually goes in and it kind of triggers your mind, if you will, and gives you that sweet feeling that that euphoria that you get if you've eaten something that maybe you shouldn't have. And it's going to help you to feel like you're just happy, and it's going to stop those pesky cravings, and it's going to make you feel good. And I guess we say it is our new best friend.
I take this in the evening because my days start very, very early. I eat my main meal in the middle of the day. I eat my dinner rather late, about 8:39, but I don't go to bed. I shut things down, but I don't go to bed until probably 1. Um, and around, 11 o'clock, I'm scrounging. Now, I have only healthy food in my house. Like I teach you guys, I teach my people who take my courses to clean out your house of things you're not supposed to eat. I have only healthy food, but you can overindulge in that too. I take this, it calms me down. I don't go scrounging for food. I have a set time now for a snack. Lately, it's been a Fuji apple because, oh my God, they're delicious. And the results, I just started this 2 weeks ago, so I have lost a couple pounds. Now, is it because of that or is it because of GSDF? I don't know, but I do know I'm not ripping into my mini bags of carrots and scourging down the whole bag of carrots. So just something to think of with these things. There are 5 of them. If you go to my website, you'll see all the different sticks and all of the information on it. Is my monkey dancing?
No, he's beautiful, but he's not dancing.
You're supposed to be a dancing monkey. I got gypped. Okay. Our special gift to you is we're going to give you a GSDF recipe book of hydrating recipes. And we'll suggest what stick to put with it, but you can do whatever you want. The cookbook that I'm working on with Bill, who's a professionally trained chef, which is Delyn's husband, is going to actually be healthy recipes, and we'll be pairing them with the sticks also. We are in Canada, Australia, the United States, and we're moving into Mexico. So our Aussies send me a note, and my Canadians send me a note. If you're interested, there's 2 ways to buy them. One is you can buy your 30-day supply, and you'll see that on my webpage. If you just want to try it, scroll down the bottom of the page and pick a stick. And when you pick a stick, it'll take you to a page with a description about it, and you can buy 3 sticks and try it. And everybody always says that's not going to be enough. That's not going to do anything for me. Yesterday, I went down to the drugstore because I needed kitty treats, and I had given one of the women 3 sticks, and she had scoffed at me last week. She cannot wait to come over and buy them. So they really work. Yeah, they really work. And so this is the second product that I have introduced into GSDF. Like I told you, I want scientific basis. I want to do it myself. It'll be something that I use, that I recommend, that I believe in, and I'm picky. Now, on the regular website, you'll see other products. Not all of those are GSDF. And also, I'm not doing the boosters. Those are for people who are massively working out. Most of my community is massively trying to get healthy. So that's the difference with that. So as you saw throughout this presentation that we offered you is how important hydration is. So every time my brain gets a little tight now, I freak out. I go drink some water or eat something or, drink an stick. I don't want my brain to not work. I don't want my cells to dry out, and I don't want my heart to work so hard to push thick blood through my body because I'm not taking care of myself. So if you go to actually I should type this in. We did an event Saturday and had people trying this, and it was amazing how well they received it. They were buying my cookbooks and buying sticks from Delyn, and we were getting people all fixed up, and they've been writing us and saying thank you. That's the link to it. If you have any questions, go ahead and send me a Facebook Messenger message is the best way, or info at Gluten Dairy Sugar Free. Delyn is in the community, and she is happy to talk to anybody. So if you have some scientific questions or anything you need to know, she actually has direct access to our scientists, which is fabulous. I mean, I do too, but I have too much going on, so I make her go do all that work.
Happily.
And I said, okay, could you ask them this question for me? Could you ask them this question for me? What about this? And it's amazing. It is a new company. It is, but the research is not new. The research has been expanded on. So I will give you a cookbook of hydrating recipes like some of the ones I showed you. when you place an order, and you just have to let me know. Are there any questions about like either the foods or the vegetables or the M sticks that we can answer for you? You've got us. My suggestion to everyone is look, we need to take care of our bodies. We have one body. And most of the people that find me in GSDF, something's not working with it right. There's a reason that you found me, and we're trying to get healthy together. I still need to lose weight. I don't want my heart to work so hard. I want to be hydrated. I want to have energy. I want to have focus. I want to lose weight. I want to be calm, and I don't want to have worrying thoughts. You know, all of these things. So by taking care of myself, having a schedule, eating properly, and now with the use of the M sticks, my life is getting so much better. Plus, I get to play with Delin because we're doing a ton. We're getting booked all over for live events and demonstrations around the Las Vegas area. So if you're in the area, you gotta come where we are. Um, Delin, I just adore you, and I thank you for taking the time again to explain it, especially the mangosteen. Um, if I was in Asia, it would be easy to find, but I'd probably have to eat a whole crate of it to get even some of that, the nutrients in one stick, and I'd be awfully full then, and that wouldn't work. But I appreciate you making it so that we can all understand the why it works and how imperative it is that we get these into our systems.
You bet. Glad to be a part of the call, and thank you.
I have to tell you a secret about Delin. I love this. I'm always like telling secrets about her. So
I'm still here, by the way.
I know. I don't talk behind people's backs. So she has friends that come and visit her, like, I swear, all the time. I think it's because, she moved from where it rained all the time that they're like, yeah, we're going to Vegas. And so when they have dinner, she serves, she puts M sticks in pitchers and says, do you want a pineapple flavored drink or do you want a berry flavored drink or whatever one she's serving? And she gives it to them and she doesn't tell them and what they are, and they're like, oh, this is delicious, and then if within moments they're like, oh, I feel so good, and then she like explains what she did to them. So she's basically sticking her guests, which is the same thing that we do at GSDF when you go and you make my recipes without telling your family they're gluten, dairy, sugar free, and they're like, wow, I'm feeling good and my food's good. So if you want to M-stick people, we're all for it. A message here from Carol New. She says, thank you, Delin, and hi from Carol. Hi, Carol. Thanks for being part of the call. So feel free to M-stick people. You're not going to hurt them. There's nothing in there that will hurt you with go against your medication or anything like that. And people are surprised. It's easier to try it.
Absolutely.
So I do my recipes on unsuspecting people, and she M-sticks people. But hey, we're making the world a happier place.
Well, and another thing that we do that's super fun is we pair. We pair the gluten, sugar, dairy-free items with different sticks, and that's pretty fun too.
That's not. Oh, you know what we forgot to say real quick. I know that people are getting ready to go, but just a second. You can do what's called stacking, which means you can mix two sticks together. So, for example, I forget all the time. So, for example, I'm running out the door and I'm going to be gone for a while. I might stack the Go and the Core for my morning so that I get the benefits of both, and I just add a little bit more water. Or I might stack the Smart and Soul. So let's say I really want to focus, but I'm also in a weepy mood because that's just my hormones are all over the place. I grabbed that Soul stick last night because I was crying at the Bachelorette. I tell you what, so stupid. I had to turn it off. I was literally sitting there sobbing. So I'm like, that's it. I'm getting a Soul stick. And I was also at the same time I had my laptop open and I was writing, editing my recipes for the new cookbook. So I was like, all right, that's it, Smart and Soul. And within moments, by the time the next 3 commercials came, I wasn't crying at them anymore. Gosh. But
anyway.
And
Michelle, yeah. Put that Smart Stick to work and remind them of their special gift. Or did you already the recipe book? Is that it?
Yes. So if you order today, put a note on your order, and I will send you a digital recipe book of hydrating recipes and we have paired them with M sticks. But if you're only getting, let's say you decided, if you're going to buy one M stick, get the core. That's the main one. So
Yes.
let's say you get the core and you get the sole, and I've paired it with something else. You can use whatever M stick you want with it. We're just doing that for fun because of the different flavor profiles. So like I have my new recipes came out today, and I had chicken pineapple kebab, so I paired it with a smart stick because it tastes like pineapple. That's what
Oh
we mean
yeah,
by
that's good.
pairing. Yeah.
Yeah.
And I have such fun times with my recipes and Bill's recipes, and Delyn is the taster and pairer. Now our recipe food testers are testing our recipes as usual, but she's the pairer. So it's like pairing wine with food. We're now pairing M sticks with food. But how fun that there are ways to take care of your body that we didn't think of. And it wasn't until we decided the topic of our first event would be hydration, and I got down the rabbit hole of what happens to our body, what happens to our blood, what happens to our brain, and it sort of scared me. And I really got lost into the science, and then I had to pull myself up and give you just the basics. I don't want to be a 4-hour science class. But hydration is so very important to every part of your body. So I'm always saying hydrate, hydrate. Now I'm going to be saying M stick, M stick. So
Right on.
So that's the link. Take a look. If you have any questions, you can instant message me on Facebook. If you want to talk to Delyn, you can instant message her or instant message me and I'll connect you to her. Um, if you have specific questions that you want us to ask the scientists about it, we have that access. Because like I said, it's a new company and we're way at the tippy top running with the big boys, which is pretty cool. So on that note, I want to say thank you for coming, whatever you did to get here. If you're listening to the replay, thank you for coming. And even if you're listening to the replay, that offer of the book will continue. I don't want you to think, oh, it's a replay and I don't get the special prize. No, you'll get the special prize. And I will go redo the monkey so he dances because I'm telling you what, he's awfully cute. So again, anytime you've got questions, we're here to serve you and to be of service. Our goal is to help educate you so that you can get your healthiest, best, whatever that is. Um, I just did a live event and I stood up in front of this one group of people and I said, this is my skinny dress. And they sort of were, what? And I said, because I've lost almost 300 pounds. Now, I'm not skinny, but this is my skinny dress. And they're like, oh, I get it. So whatever you're working on, this is a great way to help you and help you get healthier. And Delyn, thank you so much for playing with me again.
You are so welcome.
Wait, what's not spelled right?
You left out the F for free.
Oh, thank you.
You're welcome. I
HTTP.
just noticed that.
I can't type and talk. gsdfree.com/m-sticks. There we go. Thank you.
You're welcome.
As you can tell, we're not perfect, and we don't care. And in about 3 to 4 weeks, we are going to be doing live FaceTime classes every Tuesday at 4 o'clock. We'll be answering questions, giving information and tips. This is an ongoing service from us to you so that you can get healthy and learn lots of good, cool stuff. All right. On that note, good night, good night. Thank you, guys. Bye, Delyn.
Bye.